Right, hello. So a bit of an update then, as we've had a bit of an eventful afternoon. Let's have a look, see if we can make heads or tails of what the hell's going on with Bitcoin and some of these other coins as well. So, the last video I made, not to sound like I, arrogant or anything like that. It's just that this is what we were expecting one or two things. We were expecting a rejection from the moving averages here, which we did have. In fact, we can see we literally just touched it before we got our rejection, and we were looking for a takedown of this area here, which is our support. So what we expected did come true, and we have broken beneath the support and actually found support. The lowest we went was 9,500. Now the fact that we touched 9,500 to me would suggest that there's deeper corrections to be made. Maybe not tonight or tomorrow, but certainly deeper corrections will now be made again to find a newer low with Bitcoin and probably most of the other coins that we've got going. So again, no trade zone. We need to find a bottom and we need to see a bounce. When we see a significant bounce, then we can look at buying. Now, obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. I don't have anything invested right now. I'm completely sold up. I'm waiting to see all these corrections take place because there's corrections taking place on a big scale across the board with all coins, which will only end in opportunity for the future. But we need to see bottoms. We need to see those bottoms bounce. We need to see signals created and indicators all lining up for us to decide if we're going to buy it again. So right now we're falling, and I'm just going to wait to see where it falls. Now the fact that we're on a daily chart here, we're beneath all moving averages. This 50-day close we broke through these supports. They're all going to start moving down, including the 50-day, which is just bending round at the moment. It's going to take a hell of a lot for this 200 EMA to bend, I should say. This 200 EMA is certainly going to continue to rise until we, let's just say, level out at this area or move down, even if it's slowly. And that's one that we need to look at. Now the MACD and the RSI are all down, which suggests plenty of time to go down as well. And the volume is pretty high. To be honest with you, it's pretty high, but it's not helping. Right, so just to let you know again, just a quick recap. Bitcoin is going down. I expect it to continue to go down or level out around here. I don't expect to see any significant bounces at this moment, and I am not trading it. Right, let's move on to Matic then. So Matic, kind of again another one of those coins that kind of did what we expected it to do. Yeah, the tether value getting depleted, but the Satoshi level even kind of raising a little, and all that means is that Matic, even though it is suffering and Bitcoin is pulling it down, it's not being pulled down at the same speed. It's ever so slightly managing to fall at a slower pace, and that is increasing our Satoshi value by a couple of Satoshis at best. Now, we are on the daily, and the daily says that we're going to go sideways and perhaps maybe a little up, but nothing special to be said for Matic. And the tether pairing, like I said, we are falling, and we're going to continue to fall until bottoms are made, and Bitcoin decides what it wants to do. Even if Bitcoin goes up, Matic's probably going to go down until it finds its bottom, and until Bitcoin dominance has started to retrace some. Same story with BitTorrent token. So we, despite all of this taking place, we did actually go down to a brand new low of 8 Satoshis, which is bad news, pretty bad news. It would suggest that there hasn't yet been a bottom made for BitTorrent in both Satoshi value and with the tether value. And when we look at the tether value, we're being pulled down ever more. Not as bad as it could be, but pretty bad, to be honest with you. We're steadily going down. We're mimicking Bitcoin, and we're going to continue to go down. There's still plenty of space to fall with BitTorrent token. Litecoin now. Just mix it up a little bit. Now Litecoin is one that I am watching at the moment because I'm wanting to to buy ahead of the incoming halving event. So I have got a very close eye on Litecoin. Now Litecoin is doing exactly what Bitcoin's doing, apart from pushing even harder. We're underneath all moving averages. We're now under the 200 EMA, which is really bad. We've really fallen a lot. We've fallen loads, which is good for buying opportunities. But is that a buying opportunity right now? Probably not. We are going to find a bounce now. We've fallen massively. We're coming on for reducing our all-time high by it's like half. We've halved our value almost now from just a few weeks ago. It's a big deal. I don't know why I've got that. The Satoshi value is going down as well. So what this basically means is it's falling. It's got plenty of room to fall. It's falling faster than Bitcoin, and we're just got to wait for it to bottom out now, because it broke underneath this 200 EMA and it's still got plenty of room to fall. We could be seeing lows as low as 67 and maybe even 60. So that would be pretty good. That would be very good indeed. Right, and just a new one there. I've not looked at this before, so I'm just going to have a look at it now and just give you my thoughts on it. Someone asked me to have a look at it, and to be honest with you, I don't know why I haven't. I think probably because it's so new, and you've got to wait for these things to work themselves out. Now, I wasn't part of this ERD at the beginning, so it's not really something I'm looking at. I'm waiting for it to work itself out, which is basically all I can say about it. Now, with all the other coins, these IEOs, these ICOs, they come out, they pump, they dump. But this has pumped and it's dumped, and it's been trading, to be honest with you, with a tether value. We're looking to perhaps make new lows. So where was our lowest point? Our lowest was 3.4 cent. So that will be seen again, probably relatively soon, and probably a little lower. Once that has played out, it'll create probably even new lows, and until we see higher highs and lower lows being formed, it's not something that I would consider buying. And I'll probably, a coin this new, I'm probably going to hold off on it, even though it's likely to have good movement because of the nature of the ICOs. This one looks to me like, if it wasn't for all this Bitcoin business, it probably would have started to not moon, but begin to build on higher highs. When did this happen? Yeah, so yeah, it's got the potential to be a relatively good coin. Satoshis are falling still, so it's not looking great against the value of Bitcoin right now. It's not like Matic, for instance, which looks like it is bottoming out with its Satoshi value. So yeah, I mean, it could be good, but it's not got any signals to say that it's good. The only thing it's got going for it now is that it's not really got anything good going for it right now. We've got to wait. I'm afraid we've got to wait. Sorry to disappoint. Yeah, it's a bit of a BitTorrent at the moment. It's being moved with Bitcoin. It's following Bitcoin's trend. It's falling faster, as fast at least, and a little faster than Bitcoin is. So it's not worth picking up in my book. But I'm not your financial advisor. Anyone do what you want. It's your call. Just do your research. Anyway, I will leave it with you there. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate you subscribing and sending donations. I know a few people have sent donations. I really appreciate that. And have a nice evening. Take care.